Okay, so I am doing a reading, a current energy reading for Henry to see what he's doing, what he's up to. This is for the public to view, not because I don't know what's going on. This is just something like an update. So, clarify the current energy around Henry Cavill. Clarify the energy around Henry Cavill currently. Okay, we got the Justice and the Ten of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. King of Wands reversed. Clarify this Ten of Pentacles. Clarify this Ten of Pentacles, please. The Star and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe I should use a different deck. Let me... Because it looks like he's dealing with something legal, technically, right now. He's collaborating with some kind of legal situation to bring in some money, I think. The cards are already telling me that's why he hasn't been very active. He's doing something behind the scenes legally. I'm going to use a different card deck just because I feel like I need to. Let's see, which one am I going to use? I guess I could use my old school ones. I'm going to use this deck and then I'm going to use this one regular. This Luna deck, and then I'm going to use my what's this deck called? Casanova deck. Okay. Alright, so using the Luna deck, what is the current energy around Henry Cavill right now? Okay, we got the Knight of Swords reversed. Obviously, there's been no real news or press releases. Seems like he's gone radio silent. Alright. The challenge is Ace of Pentacles. Maybe security or stability is a challenge. With the Page of Wands, he's on the go. He's doing something. He may be traveling or making short trips somewhere. Exploring. He may be doing stuff related to fitness, because I feel like this is hiking, or he may be doing something like that. Clarify what is current energy around Henry Cavill. I think that he's doing something spontaneous, off the radar. Okay, since he doesn't really... It's like he's trying to cut out the lack of support, or he's just trying to cut out, just don't encourage him. Okay, so he doesn't... He's trying to block himself off from the negativity, it looks like. Okay, we got Two of Wands and Seven of Wands. So he's having to defend himself against, or defend himself against energy or several people around Two of Wands. So having to do with PR situations or stunts. He may be standing his or fighting behind the scenes here. He's trying to get away from negativity, though. I think that he's trying to fight for his foundations or something like that. His security. Yeah, he's defending himself against Queen of Wands reversed. So he's fighting against Natalie. Most likely dealing with, yeah, he doesn't want to even show her off. He doesn't want to advertise or show her off anymore. So he may be standing his ground and defending himself. People may be making demands on him around PR, and he's fighting in his corner over here, you know, fending for himself. It has to do with him not wanting to advertise or show off Queen of Wands reverse. So Natalie's obvious unsavory display of behavior. We've got a judgment here. So it has to do with announcements. She may be feeling insecure around announcements or something like that. So he's still technically battling behind the scenes. Like, he does not want to display Natalie anymore. And I feel like he's fighting, standing his ground against what they're trying to make demands of. And I think his challenge is having security or having stability. So I think he's decided to make any news or do anything that would put him in unnecessary, I guess, view. And he's doing lighthearted endeavors. Stuff short notice, or he's traveling, he's doing or making trips. I do feel like he's exercising with Page of Wands. I feel like he's been trying to get himself into an isolated space where he's off on his own, doing his own thing, exploring. I definitely feel like I'm being drawn to the mountains in the picture here. And the fact Page of Wands is carrying a staff, I feel like Henry may be getting away from all the drama. And he's taking some time away where he's doing things that he enjoys. Exercising and going out in nature. I feel like he's trying to, get away from this chaotic space that is obviously being brought around by this Queen of Wands reversed, because she's chaos maker when she's in reversed. She's a brute when she's in reverse. She's Queen of Wands is overly combative, overly argumentative, confrontational, promiscuous. That's just the energy of Queen of Wands. She likes to get into quarrels. She likes to argue. So she's in that energy. So Henry's trying to get away from all that. That's what it looks like. Her energy. Yeah, she's insecure about her public image around announcements. So he's choosing not to display something. He's choosing not to announce or bring updates with news. Now let's clarify if Henry Cavill is getting ready to drop Natalie from his situation. Clarify if Henry's about to drop Natalie from his situation. We've got Empress reverse and the Justice reverse. So an injustice from an Empress. Obviously we know she's committing injustice here. Or she's been committing injustice. Okay, so he's choosing not to be generous. He's choosing to not give her anything, what she wants. Or she may be being selfish. The challenge is the lovers. So the agreements. I definitely feel like there's a lot of controlling behavior from her. So she's trying to control situations here. She's trying to figure out if she can come up with ideas to control something here, since the Lovers is challenged. Nine of Wands. She's obviously having a mental health crisis. Nine of Wands is a mental health problem. Also, her battling. So, we all know she's in the middle of fighting for lies, because it's Ace of Swords reversed. So, she's battling for lies. Like, she wants to continue doing something publicly, right? And Henry's like digging his heels in, and he's choosing to not release or like news updates. He's not doing anything that she wants to fix or help her insecurity around her public image. So there's a problem with agreements, and there's a problem with her behavior, and the fact that she's sitting here, she's only trying to come up with things that she can use to battle for lies. So they show me Ace of Swords reverse. It has to do, she's having a fight over lies. She's trying to put up a fight to keep lies in her public image. Yeah, because we got the Four of Wands here. So she wants to continue lying to the public and the community. She wants to continue doing that stuff. And the challenge is her being able to transform her reputation. We got the Death and the Emperor challenge crossing. She's having trouble transforming her image. It's a hardship for her. Four of Cups, and Henry's obviously not being very open, receptive to her problematic behavior. So he's not responding to her. He's being very, very inconsistent. We got King of Pentacles reversed, and then we got the Hanged Man reversed. So he's literally going to be freeing himself up out of being tied up to her, or tied or bound to with her. So I feel like while she's battling, she's arguing and fighting and, bitching and moaning about her public image, she doesn't see something here. She's not aware. Ten of Pentacles reversed, so I don't think they're going to be giving her any more foundation or allowing her to make money anymore off of these lies that she wants to continue broadcasting to the media. So she's not aware of something. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Let's clarify this really quick. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles reversed. What does this mean? What is she not aware of? Okay, the Four of Swords. So she's unaware of Four of Swords. They're taking time out, and then we get Three of Swords, and then we get the Magician reversed. She's unaware of the reason why that she's being isolated, because we got the Four of Swords here. She's having some downtime, right? The Ten of Pentacles has to do with money, making money. Since it's in reverse, it's not making money, so or being solidified by a foundation. So she's unaware that she doesn't have this stability around the foundations, and it seems like she's in a weird downtime. They're isolating her, the Four of Swords here, because they're going to be making this Three of Swords take place. So we have Three of Swords. So there's going to be an ending of some kind. A breakage in between a situation. Clarify. What is ending? What is this Three of Swords? Clarify Three of Swords really quick. Six of Cups reversed. They are not reconciling. It's a misfortune, because they're not reconciling with her around his foundations. We've got the Four of Pentacles. She wants to hold on to a contract, right? The Hierophant is about holding on to a contract. But what's happening with this Three of Swords is Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed. So there's a misfortune going on for her, and Ten of Swords is about undoing something, unsaying something. pulling what has been said and making the opposite take place. So all the communications that she's released, everything she's ever said to pin Henry in the situation is now being ejected. So it looks like, as far as the contract is concerned, there's a misfortune around her, because I don't think they're going to reconcile with her or have her in the mix, because I'm seeing Six of Cups reversed with this Three of Swords. So she doesn't know this right now. She's unaware. Is what the High Priestess here, reversed. So she doesn't know it yet. But Ten of Pentacles reversed is about her not having the ability to make money anymore. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles reversed is Eight of Cups upgrade. So they're walking away. They're leaving that shit behind. They have every intention of walking away. With Three of Wands here, Eight of Cups. So they have every intention moving forward to walk away, and then nothing pays off for her. Seven of Pentacles reversed. So she's not going to be able to make money or sow a crop off of this situation anymore. So she's completely unaware of this. I don't think she knows that they are definitely making this Three of Swords take place. Somebody's making it happen. Got a Two of Cups reversed. There's no more mutual agreements here. I don't see anything. There's not a lot of harmony. You got Two of Cups reversed, so agreements are off the charts here. Eight of Swords. They don't have any agreements with these illusions anymore. So they're not juggling. Two of Pentacles reversed. So they're not juggling that anymore. Alright. So I'm going to show you the cards so I can reset here. A mess. I'll go through it though, where you guys understand. Page of Wands. Six of Wands reversed. The Two of Swords upright. Henry's obviously cutting out discouragement or negativity. He's not releasing news because he's out, trying to re-energize himself. He's looking for inspiration. I feel like he's going out in nature. He's reflecting. I do feel like he's inspired to do something new, start over new. He's got a sense of excitement here with the Page of Wands. So I do feel like, and I did say I was drawn to the mountains here, so they are confirming that Henry is very active right now. And he's traveling. He's going out in nature or something like that. And that he's cutting off this negativity, the lack of support. The challenge is Ace of Pentacles, so security may be a challenge, or there may be an issue around opportunities or something to do with the foundation of his situation. It may be something's in limbo. So, he may be about to have this Ace of Pentacles take place for him, which is the new job opportunity. And then they're confirming that Natalie's obviously doing an injustice here, being very self-centered. Sorry, let me scoot these down. Let me do it this way. So they confirm that Natalie is still acting the way as an Empress reverse. So she is definitely taking advantage of resources, foundations. She's probably squatting on somebody's property. I always see Empress reverse as somebody that just cannot take care of themselves. They cannot support themselves financially or materially. So they take advantage and they sit on somebody else's property. And I think that's what she's doing. She definitely is being a squatter. That's just how I'm going to call it. That's how I see it. They are confirming that Henry does not want to display her as a problematic Queen of Wands reversed. He's fighting, defending himself. Seven of Wands is always about defending one's honor, standing one's ground against multiple people. So she may be having people gang up on him, all right, about this Two of Wands, so the PR stunts. But he's standing his ground with that. So I don't think she's getting her way. He's choosing not to display her. It's an unsavory display of a Queen of Wands. He's not going to put her on a pedestal and allow her to act the way she's acting in front of everybody. He's not going to broadcast it. He's not proud of her. He doesn't want to show her off. So that just shows me that she's really, really attempting to push him where he doesn't want to go. That's an interesting choice she's making, because Henry's a Taurus. You're not going to push a Taurus where a Taurus doesn't want to move. Okay? That is an interesting life choice. People will say, you try to control a Taurus, you're going to get the Taurus, the bull, digging its heels into the mud. You're not going to move that damn cow. You're not going to move the fucking bull. Don't even try. You're not going to. Doesn't matter how hard you pull or tug. The bull and Taurus will dig its heels in and will refuse. So there's that. I just wanted to point that out. Her trying to force Henry where he doesn't want to go is not going to work. You got the Queen of Swords. Oh shoot. Lovers was right here. The Death with the Emperor. Okay, so yeah, she may be very bitter. She may be very upset. She wants to control. She wants to control the situation here. She may actually be thinking about ways to control. So we got, yeah, it shows it right here. Let me make sure I'm putting cards with each other so I don't get them mixed up. She's very insecure around her public image. That's where it's at. And then the challenge is obviously the agreements. She may be trying to come up with ideas, brainstorming ideas around announcements. They are saying it's about her lies. So at Knight of Wands, so she's battling to have lies. She wants to continue doing that. Let's see, sorry, let me trying to organize here. All right, so we have the Four of Wands, so let's do that. Yeah, she wants to continue lying to the community. They're manipulating something here. Okay, let me make sure I get these organized because I got them all mixed up a little bit because of the angle here. I know exactly how that came out. Okay, so they're just pointing out the challenge is lovers, or the agreements between them. I do feel like she's attempting to get control over a situation. She's trying to be cutthroat about it, but he's obviously shutting down on her. He's not responding to anything. He's being rather very unreliable, inconsistent, because he's being freed up out of the situation. He's not bound to something here, so he's able to do what he's doing. He's got a little bit of leeway over here to move away from this energy of her trying to control. This is her trying to micromanage or control a situation between them. Like she's trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, you got this. Like I'm in control here over this relationship. Like she tries to make it seem that way. But the truth is, Natalie's very insecure. She does not have money. She's not being able to make money. Somehow she's very, very unstable around her public image, especially. And they say that she's trying to brainstorm here, trying to think of ideas around announcements so that she can continue battling for lies in the community here, the rumor mills. She wants to continue lying to the community. So that's what they're saying. Her challenge is being able to transform her reputation. We got a Ten of Pentacles reversed. So she's unaware of Ten of Pentacles reverse. And I asked to clarify that. And they show me Ten of Pentacles reverse, Eight of Cups upright, Three of Wands. They showed me that they had every intention of walking away from the situation. Something's being made to take place. This is the reason for the isolation, because there's no agreements. There's something that's not being juggled here. They're showing going forward, nothing pays off for her around this situation because there's no more mutual agreements and there's a separation taking place. So there's an ending that is being manipulated because they are not going to continue. They're not going to continue juggling this situation with the lies here. So Six of Cups reversed. There's no reconciliation between Henry and Natalie. They do show Eight of Swords, so she wants... Okay, this was actually over here. Eight of Swords was with the Four Wands and the Ace of Swords reverse. So, yeah, she's wanting the illusion still, but they're not going forward with that, and she's having to unsay things, unpin Henry from a situation. When I clarified what the Ten of Pentacles reverse was implying, they're suggesting that in order to invest into proper agreements for Henry, they aren't juggling. They aren't going to be juggling a situation anymore. So there's no reconciliation, which is a misfortune for her. So they show that Henry's got new investments around his contracts. And she may be arguing or attempting to argue a battle about this, but it looks like they're not budging. They're not going to juggle this with her any further. So there's that. And let me go ahead and put all my cards back together. Shuffle. I still got more cards. We're going to ask how Henry's feeling about Natalie really quick. Shuffle this. How does Henry feel about Natalie or towards Natalie? Three of Swords came out immediately. And then we get the Page of Swords reverse and the Emperor. So he feels Three of Swords towards Natalie. Interesting. Clarify Three of Swords, please. Wheel of Fortune reverse. The challenge is Queen of Pentacles. Clarify. Page of Swords reverse really quick. The Judgment. The challenge is the Hanged Man. How does Henry feel towards Natalie? Clarify. How does Henry Cavill feel towards Natalie? What are his emotions? Queen of Wands reversed. So he sees her exactly as she's behaving. Clarify. Three of Swords reverse. I'm sorry, Three of Swords upright. Clarify. A little further, please. Ace of Swords upright. The Eight of Swords is challenged, so it's crossing. Clarify. Three of Swords, please give us more information about what Henry's feeling about this Three of Swords towards Natalie. A Death card and the Ten of Wands reversed. Okay. And then Nine of Swords. How does Henry feel about Natalie? Clarify. How does Henry feel about Natalie? If there's any emotions at all, what does Henry feel about Natalie? And I dropped too many. Let me try that again. Clarify. How does Henry feel about Natalie? Clarify. King of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. How does Henry feel about Natalie? Clarify further, please. We got the Four Cups and the Tower. And then we got Seven of Swords. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this really quick. Translate before I pull anymore. So it feels like Natalie's behaving exactly as she's behaving. Okay. First, like I said before, Queen of Wands reverse is the negative denotation of Queen of Wands. She is acting out. She's being overly combative, argumentative, seeking out battles and arguments and problems, quarrelsome, overly competitive, combative, being promiscuous, using her strategies in a negative way. Wheel of Fortune. So he's not feeling too good about the situation with her. They did show me what he's feeling towards her, Three of Swords. And then they say this is the truth, Ace of Swords. Clearly, Three of Swords. The truth is, he wants Three of Swords. So he wants out of it. He wants out of the situation with her. He wants separation. He wants an ending to take place. He does feel betrayed by her. He does feel she schemed. She manipulated or she schemed somehow. And then they show Page of Swords reverse, although you can't see this online around his reputation. Okay, so you may not be able to notice this online on social media. Page of Swords reversed. The Emperor, so around his reputation. Especially when it comes to his public appearances or broadcasts. The announcements. So they're just clarifying that you guys aren't going to see this publicly. But yes, he does feel Three of Swords towards Natalie. They show that the challenge is Eight of Swords. The illusions in the situations are a challenge. Her being Queen of Pentacles, her being a stable, mature individual is a challenge. Her being stability or being a security of some kind is a challenge. The challenge is the Hangman as well. So him being tied up or being held back, he may feel like she holds him back from a lot of shit. With her illusions. Okay, so her desire to have this pentacle, this giant pentacle, with the illusions is causing problems for him. It's holding him back. So he does feel like she holds him back from his potential. And then we got the King of Pentacles reverse. He's actually feeling insecure, or not insecure, but inconsistent with her. There is no love in this cup. Ace of Cups reverse. He does not have any feelings. I feel like he has no love for this woman. This Ace of Cups reverse shows me that this is a man that's very upset. And he's probably showing that he's not very invested by being inconsistent here. King of Pentacles here is somebody you cannot rely on. Is somebody that you cannot count on. You can't get anything consistent out of him. He's very upset. Ace of Cups is like, since it's in reverse, it's like there's no fulfillment in the situation. He doesn't feel anything. It's like the emotion has been poured out of the damn cup. And you know what? Any kind of feelings or any potential for that is not there. So they confirm that he's not in love with Natalie. He feels things are definitely, I feel like it's very burdensome for him. He may be attempting to cause this ending. He may want this ending very badly so that he can let down his burdens here. And then Nine of Swords. It's just caused him a lot of stress. So she's caused him a lot of burdensome stress. And he's trying to transform this energy. He's trying to get out of there. I think this is what they're hinting at. He wants to end. He wants a complete ending. He wants to move on. And they are confirming Seven of Swords, how he feels about her. The Tower. So, yeah, he feels like this blew up in his face. He feels like she's very destructive. He's feeling like he has to close himself off from her. Four Cups is being non-responsive. He has to, like, not respond to her, not communicate with her. Because of how destructive she is. The Tower here, explosive. Also, Seven of Swords is her shady, scheming, sneaking, lying, cheating, stealing. You know, this is her energy. This is how he sees and perceives her. This is how he feels about her. Like, she's constantly scheming, lying or stealing or trying to take off with something. It's not hers. You know, this is a very shady energy. He does not see her as an idle apple. I can tell you that much. This is a man that just cannot wait to get up out of there. I'm seeing Three of Swords and the death here. He wants to get out of here. He's very stressed out. She causes him a lot of stress. Alright. And for those that think that, oh yeah, they have a real relationship or whatever, Henry, Mr. Cavill over here, is showing very clear signs of stress. Very clear signs of wanting to leave a situation behind. He's tired of the burden that she's bringing, the stress she's bringing. He perceives her as a misfortune. Held back. He may feel this way. She holds him back. She limits him in a way that is detrimental to him. Her challenge is being a Queen of Pentacles. Like, she's not a responsible person with money. He feels that this is a challenge. Okay, the illusions. Oops, sorry guys, I dropped my phone. He feels like the illusions with her is a challenge. Eight of Swords is about falsehoods or falsities in the situation. And you can piece that one together. Okay, so this clarifies. It even says you're not going to see it online. It's not like he's going to post it on his social media. But this is how he's feeling towards her. It's how he feels about her. The fact that this Ace of Cups reverses a telltale sign that this man is not in love with somebody. Alright, he perceives her to be a misfortune. A very problematic Queen of Wands. Somebody that's just promiscuous and being manipulative with her strategies. He has a clear perception. Clearly, Three of Swords is what they say. So there it is. That's how he feels towards her. Now let's look at what is he doing right now? What is he about to do? What is Henry about to do? Okay, we got Knight of Wands. So he's about to take action somehow. To suppress something. The Sun reversed. So he is suppressing stuff. Or he's taking action to suppress something. We got so it's the Sun reversed, the Knight of Wands, upright. I think he's freeing himself up out of the illusions, too, because we got the Hanged Man reversed. And then we got Eight of Swords reversed. And then they say this is the truth. I got Ace of Swords upright again. So they are saying, for sure, that Henry is freeing himself out of a situation. That all the illusions are coming down. So this is how he's getting up out of there. He's getting out of being held back or being bound to the situation. So he's suppressing something. He's taking actions that suppress things. And then also he's not being very generous. He's being very, it's almost like he doesn't want anything to go in a calmer direction for her. So he's making sure to remain selfish. Six of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Swords reversed. She's very upset. Queen of Wands reversed and the Ace of Cups reversed. She's very upset. Very unfulfilled. He is obviously upset over the situation too. So they're just confirming that nothing fills this woman's cup. There's not good news coming in for Natalie. I feel moving forward, Henry's going to continue being inconsistent. Three of Wands upright, the King of Pentacles reversed. So he's going to continue being inconsistent around his announcements. The Judgment here. So he's going to be very inconsistent. King of Wands reversed. They confirm King of Wands reversed. He will not be proactive around announcements. He's choosing not to display stuff. Nine of Cups reversed. He does not want to display her. I feel like this is, like I said before on my post, if he's not getting paid, he's not going to do it. This man does not want to be showing her off. He doesn't want to. He's making sure he's taking actions that suppress her. This is not somebody that's in love, okay? It's not a man that wants to show off a woman. I'm seeing the opposite. I'm seeing the reason why he's being inactive is because he doesn't want to display her. And he has every intention moving forward to ensure that he's being inconsistent, unreliable to her. So what is Henry doing? What is Henry doing about the situation? I think that the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Wands reverses is he's cooperating or he's coordinating with the Six of Wands reverse. So discouragement. He's cooperating. He's working together with people that don't support the situation. Empress reversed. The Star reversed. So they confirm. And he's determined. It's like he's prepared to go the long mile if he has to. Like he doesn't care. He's being very strict with his announcements. And he doesn't care how long it takes. Is it showing here that he doesn't want her to have her wishes? The Star reversed, the Empress reversed. So her taking advantage of the situation financially and materially, the foundations. He doesn't want to grant her wishes. So he's cooperating with Six of Wands reversed. People that don't support this. That don't support the situation with her. He's coordinating with that. Alright? It shows determined going forward to be very strict about news and announcements. He set up his boundaries with that stuff. He does not want things to go into a calmer direction for her. He's being very selfish. Queen of Wands reversed and the Ace of Cups. Obviously, she's very pissed off, upset over it. The truth is, the illusions are coming down. He is taking action to suppress a situation. And the illusions are coming down. And then that's how he's able to get up out of there. He's freeing himself out of being bound to the situation. They're saying this is the truth. And they say he's being inconsistent going forward. Going forward to being consistent, unreliable around announcements, broadcasts. And that's why he's not taking action. He's in the King of in public. So this is why he's being inactive. And then we got the Nine of Cups reversed because he doesn't want to display her. He doesn't want to do any of the things she wants. Okay. So there it is. This is what he's doing in the situation right now. Now let's look at, I have a couple of questions about, I'm going to ask 2 questions. They have to do with his roles in Hollywood. So let's clarify. Is Henry Cavill going to be James Bond? Actually, let me shuffle first. Is Henry Cavill going to be James Bond? The next James Bond. Clarify if Henry's going to be the next James Bond. Yes or no? They should be short little questions. Okay, Queen of Wands reverse and the Knight of Cups reverse. I think Miss Natalie did him a disservice somehow. Clarify if Henry's going to be James Bond. And I think she did so because she didn't get a PR stunt or something. Two of Wands reversed. Interesting how that came out. The challenge is 10 of Wands. So Henry doing some heavy lifting here. So he may be struggling to get that role because of her. She's doing a disservice. Clarify if Henry's... Just clarify yes or no if Henry's going to be James Bond. Clarify if Henry's going to be a James Bond. I'm going to go ahead and say that the reason why this Queen of Wands came out with this Knight of Cups reverse is because she did Henry a disservice, and I want to say the word sabotage. She sabotaged because she didn't get a PR stunt. Okay, I think that the wish will be granted. The star here, which has not been announced, the Judgment reverse. So the star touching the ground is suggesting that Henry will most likely have his wish granted. And a dream job will be touching the ground here pretty soon in regards to that question. And then they say the Judgment reverse is not announced yet. They're not going to declare it yet around his reputation because they're still making money off of the reputation here. We got the Emperor and then the Eight of Pentacles. So even despite Natalie's disservice, her trying to sabotage this role for Henry, it shows here that he ends up in the role, or it manifests somehow. The dream job manifest. He's very, very lighthearted, very optimistic because of what's hidden here. We got the moon here. I think that Henry, and I think she doesn't know, but she's not aware of the fact that somebody's working together with Henry, because I'm seeing Three of Cups upright on the High Priestess reverse. So somebody doesn't know that there's a support going on behind the scenes here. I'm going to be honest, guys. I think people know how Natalie's been trying to sabotage Henry in his roles. I think people that are up in the film and, producing films, I think people that are attempting or looking to hire Henry are aware of Natalie's problematic behavior around his ability to make movies or to get roles. So I think that they're hiding something from her, particularly. They're making it seem like Henry's not going to get the role, or because of her sabotage, her disservice to him. Obviously, this is what she's been doing. People are aware of what she's doing. People that are looking to hire Henry are aware of what she's doing, and this is why he's very optimistic, and it's hiding because of what's hidden here. They suggest that they're not going to announce it. They're going to make money. There's money being made. The Eight of Pentacles off the reputation. So my guess is they're making money. I think the talks about who the James Bond role is to make money. So I don't see it as that being a problem. So the debates over the role itself, or who's going to have the role, all that's a way for them to make money off of the conversation or the debates, or the I guess you could call it PR. But what's hidden from Natalie, the High Priestess reverse, is Three of Cups. That Henry has support. He has backing somehow. There's three different energies here supporting Henry and backing him secretly. Three of Cups underneath the moon here, and the Fool is about Henry's optimism. So, him being very lighthearted and very optimistic despite what Natalie's been doing. So they showed here of energy here in reverse to because she's not getting Two of Wands. She's not getting PR stunts, getting the paid appearances and shit. Just the Ten of Wands. So the burden of the situation with her is a challenge for Henry. But what's fucking hilarious is they say, right after I was interpreting that, they showed me this star. And then the Judgment reverse. So, like, he gets his wish granted. And they're not going to announce it yet. Because they're obviously, like I said, they're dropping hints. They're trying to generate money off of their reputation. Okay. And this is what's hidden. He has his hidden support. I don't think she knows. I don't even think she knew that he has people working behind the scenes for him, because they all know what she's doing. So, and I'm gonna tell you what she's doing. She's sabotaging Henry's ability to get roles because she's being petty. She's being overly petty because she cannot get PR stunts and appearances. She's attempting to cause problems for Henry because she's not getting her way. Sounds like a spoiled child, doesn't it? But I think people know. It's around his reputation. We got the Emperor again. So people know this is what's going on in his situation. It's the reputation that she's built. People know. This is why Henry's not doing certain things. This is why he doesn't seem to be supporting her entirely. That's why there's a lot of negative rumors about her. That's why he's being inactive. They clarify it's because people are aware. People looking to hire Henry know what he's dealing with. They understand completely what he's dealing with here. We got a clout or attention whore. It's attempting to sabotage his roles because she's not getting anything out of it. You think these people are going to reject Henry just because of her behavior? No. They know that she's people are going to be backing Henry and supporting him regardless. So I do see secretly they're making it seem like they're hiding this support. So just so that Natalie doesn't get the weight, I guess, so she's not successful with her sabotage attempt. I feel like people are hiding the fact that they're Henry or they're coordinating with him somehow. So she doesn't even know. That's what's happening. Alright, so let's look at... Okay, so the next question is, how is this new Superman film going to go? Is this Superman film going to do well in the box office is my question. I remember doing a prediction reading for the new Superman film a year ago about, like, the results of the box office, and they told me something. They told me back then that there would be issues, that it would be an unsuccessful boot or something along the lines of not being very successful in the box office, but we're going to double check. Look at the cards here. Okay, so clarify, how is this new Superman movie going to in the box office? Clarify, how is this new Superman film going to do in the box office? Is it going to be successful? What is the end result? What is the result? I think there's going to be a lot of imbalance over their ideas. Okay, so we got Knight of Pentacles, and then we got Seven of Cups, and then we got the Temperance reverse. So something is imbalanced. We got a Nine of Wands reverse, and then a Tower. Oh, that's not good. Clarify. Clarify if the, how the Superman film is going to do in the box office. I'm going to say something because it just kind of popped into my head. I feel like this is about Henry, message from his guides. They say, the reason Henry has faced so much resistance and people like deliberately rejecting him or just not cooperating with him around film projects and stuff is because he has so much potential. I get this feeling that people are a little intimidated or a little upset or bothered by the fact he's so good at drawing and magnetizing in his audiences. Like him being Superman was important. People see him and they think of Superman, right? It's a legacy for any actor that takes the role, but Henry's done this for the Witcher franchise. He's done this for a lot of different roles. He's played. People that produce Henry are aware of the fact he's a money magnet, money making franchise magnet. Okay, people know that he is very popular. People know that he's very iconic with all his roles. And I think some producers, especially like, I'm not gonna no hate to the producers or anything, but I think the guys want me to relay that the reason why people behave the way they did, like screwing him over with his roles and like getting him removed or recasting his role to someone else, because they're aware of his money making potential. They're aware that he's so iconic that they can't control that, right? They can't control him. Like, they don't like that. There's a lot of people that don't like having no control over actors and actresses, especially when it comes to like producing films or coming up with things. And I feel like Henry has a strong magnetism, and they're aware of the fact that he will bring in lots of money, but at the same time they're intimidated, they're bothered by the fact that he could literally like request something and people will do it, right? People, they're aware of that. They don't like that lack of control, because there's a lot of producers that want to have control over the film projects themselves. And Henry is so like fresh. Like, he has fresh ideas, or he's very intellectual when it comes to the stuff he gets into. And you know, he captivates his audiences with his interests and stuff. People are aware of this. They're very much bothered by the fact they can't really control or micromanage that. So a lot of times they, as a way to get that control back, is to throw him under the bus, or attempt to. You know, people that are acting that way are intimidated by his ability, his potential. So just wanting to point that out as a side note, because it's something they want me to say. Because I feel like Henry may have gotten a lot of criticism. He may get a lot of criticism from a lot of different people, but most of the time it's coming from people that are aware of his audiences, or the magnetism, the potential he has, and they know how much money he asks for. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how to bargain. Okay, he knows his worth in regards to like his skills and his ability to bring in the money and the audiences, and he's not like he's not exactly hiding that or suppressing it. And I think people get a little pissed off about it, and I think that's why they try to throw him under the bus or try to humble him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to, in their eyes, they feel like they have to humble him or limit him or degrade him so that they can have more leeway or control over the situation, have more sway over what happens. It's almost like the mentality they resort to is like, oh, anyone could get this role, anyone could do this. You know, they almost like go back to that auto comment, or in their minds, like they think that, oh yeah, well, we could easily just get somebody else to do this and it'll be way easier, like, and less expensive, like they end up like in those modes where they are so bothered by Henry's magnetism, his potential, that they feel the need to like degrade him and throw him under the bus if they don't get their way or have the control they want over him. And I feel like many times before, Henry's been in positions where people attempted to throw him under the bus, throw criticism at him, limit him, or make him less popular because they're aware of his magnetism. They're aware of the popularity, the ability of him to draw in the money for the film themselves, the audiences. So it's an intimidation thing. They're very intimidated. They're very bothered by that, and at that, in their minds, they feel like they have to control that. So they end up doing the things that they're doing. So it's not because he's a shitty actor. It's not because he's problematic behind the scenes. People may perceive him, his inspiration, his freshness, his intellectual capacity to be a bit of a problem because they don't like how intelligent he is. They don't like that he's fully aware of what he's capable of. It's like, it's one of those things. And that's the main reason, basically, why he's attacked so much and why people come after him so much, and why people have attempted to, like, oh yeah, well, since you think you're all that, like, they almost, like, they think of it like he's being cocky. They think of it in such a negative way. Instead of looking at the potential, instead of looking at what he does bring to the table, they choose to reject it, and they choose to try to like degrade him or humble him with their sense of control over a situation. Like, oh, I can give the role of Superman to another person and he could make it happen. Like, that's literally the mentality. The same thing with The Witcher. Obviously, you're not going to replace Henry as Witcher. It's not going to happen. People are already kind of pissed off at, and they're not going to watch the series. There's probably going to be like, it's going to be like 50% less of a viewer base watching the last season because it's not Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to see Henry in his roles. They love to dreamcast him. Like, producers and filmmakers should be looking at the opportunity to make money, to make bank off him. Like, instead of seeing him as a problem, of seeing him as somebody that's too problematic because they can't control him, or his magnetism, or his intellectual capacities. You know what I'm saying? It's the fucking need for control, and that's really what the problem is with these people. They want to have control over Henry, and they throw him under the bus the second they feel like they don't have that control over him. It's sabotage. And then they try to, like, oh yeah, well, you think you're so like top notch, well, I could have anyone cast as this role, and I can make the money I need off this film. Like, that's just not how it's gonna work. But that's just the mentality they're in. They think Henry is replaceable. Some of them get into that mode where they think they could just replace him because yeah, that's just how they're behaving. But yeah, I've noticed that there's a pattern with that. And despite Henry's critics, like, I know for a fact, I can feel it behind, like, what the intention is behind the criticism. I can feel the insecurity. I can feel the reason why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not rocket science. A lot of people do this in the world. People do this when they feel threatened by somebody, or they feel like intimidated, or they feel like they can't control somebody. And so yeah, Henry in any project could make a lot of money. He has a pull, a magnetism that not a lot of actors have, and people may perceive that as a problem. Well, for them, if they're trying to control or micromanage a situation, but some films have done really well when they had him. They made a lot more money. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Now let me go back to my reading. Okay, so how is Superman, the new Superman film, gonna do at the box office? Clarify the end result of the new Superman film. We got the Wheel of Fortune crossing. We got a Queen of Swords. The crossing card is the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Page of Wands reversed. Three of Cups upright. The challenge is the strength. The challenge is King of Pentacles. Clarify the Tower, please. We got the King of Cups upright and then the World upside down. All of a sudden, the metal's in my nose. Three of Pentacles reversed. Clarify what the end result is of the movie, the new movie Superman. There's a lot of criticism. I can already see that happening, and there's a lot over the ability to make money because the theories and the ideas people have. There's been a lot of online criticism, they're saying. Okay, well, they're basically saying Nine of Wands reverse is like a battle fought but not successful. And then we got the Tower, so something kind of blows up or escalates. I don't see that as a positive sign because I'm seeing Queen of Swords. So I feel like this has to do with criticism. Maybe a lot of criticism. I'm seeing a lot of disharmony or people not really liking the cooperation or the energy. Three of Pentacles reverse is like things aren't exactly boding well. The cooperation isn't boding well because we have the world reversed. Excuse me, guys. I'm literally like having allergies. King of Cups here is showing David being in this role may kind of flop. I'm seeing the world flopping when it's in reverse. So I think that is indicating it may not be lucrative. It won't be as successful as they wanted it to be, that's for sure. I'm seeing Page of Wands reversed, Three of Cups. I think somebody tried to take advantage of some kind of support or third-party energy, because I'm seeing Three of Cups here. So somebody did something spontaneous, or it was like the desire behind Page of Wands was the opportunist energy, but it was a negative way. And then there was Three of Cups, so it had to do with a support or backing or something like that. Three of Cups is about supporting something. I'm gonna have to clarify that. It shows here will be kind of clearer. There's going to be a lot of criticism around this King of Swords online over the debates. The Hierophant is about like debates that are going on in the community. And then King of Swords is like obviously kind of like being an asshole a little bit. He's kind of trying to be strict or limit something around debates, but I'm seeing Ten of Swords as a hell of criticism. There's a lot of criticism with this. And the Page of Swords is obviously online social media. They clarify, they show me that the Wheel of Fortune is crossing, so the challenge is a Wheel of Fortune. The challenge is also Page of Pentacles. The Strength. So him being able to control making the... Obviously he can't control that. He put his... or he did something that may have been immature. Page of Pentacles is kind of immature a little bit. So people may feel it's kind of immature energy, so there's not a lot of fortune. And we got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like the person that took the role, obviously, may have been a challenge. And him being able to control that, or control the Wheel of Fortune, or being able to make it a success in the box office, it may be proved challenging. And also, they say it's really interesting. I know like there was a debate about how Lois and Superman were interacting in the teaser trailer. They show me the Two of Cups as a challenge, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this is about the Lois role, her being sincere or romantic interest, or there being a commitment, or some kind of mature commitment there, a mature love interest. I mean, people may have criticized this already. I mean, I know I did see an interview about, or not interview, or a review of the trailer, and I did see people bringing up their criticism about how Lois and Superman were interacting in the trailer. They didn't like it because she's supposed to be like a true love, right? And she's supposed to be sincere, I guess the way that they depicted the two of them wasn't exactly what people liked. So they're bringing that up. There may be a lot more criticism about that interaction. So let me see. So it looks like the film itself may not. It'll make money, but it won't make enough. It won't make a lot of money, or what they expect it to make. They want it to be successful. They want it to be exceeding their expectations, but I'm seeing it kind of blowing. There may be a lot of criticism that follows about this film. And he may take to social media to kind of limit the debates around criticism. So whoever's or I guess the audiences that are criticizing, he may try to like control or be kind of restrictive about. He may have something to say about it. No. So I wanted to see that, and it looks like they're giving a similar answer to my last reading I did last year on how that film would turn out. My nose is itchy. Okay. What is the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton? What is the current energy? Let me shuffle this card. These cards. What's that in air? Got a lot of rain moving in, and the pollen is high and all that stuff. What is the current energy between Henry Cavill and Amy Denton right now? What is the current energy? King of Pentacles upright. How's the current energy around Henry Cavill, Amy Denton exclusively? Ace of Cups upright with the King of Cups up. King of Cups upright. Ace of Swords upright. They're saying that, so far they're saying Henry is very fulfilled. You're saying this is the truth. Knight of Wands. We have the Judgment reversed. Temperance upright. And I dropped all the cards on accident. Oops. Seven of Pentacles. So far Henry is feeling very satisfied, very happy, fulfilled. Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, very satisfied. He has not announced anything publicly just yet, the Judgment reverse, which is true. They are confirming that he's waiting to announce something. He's waiting for the right time. He basically confirming that Henry is very balanced. The encounters with me, we got the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. So he has a lot of fulfillment. The energy between us is very fulfilling. Sexually, romantically, there's a lot of passion. Stability, he feels like it's a good crop. Seven of Pentacles, he's obviously getting a good harvest off the situation with me, and they were saying this is the truth. And then they show the Hanged Man underneath the Judgment, so they're confirming that while he's technically tied up with not being able to announce something with me, he is taking actions to walk away from something else that's not serving him. So they confirm that he is being proactive to walk away from other stuff. Okay, so they confirm that's the energy between us. Alright, I'll clarify Eight of Cups really quick so we can discern. Okay, we got Seven of Swords reversed and Three of Wands upright. Okay, so he's walking away from deceptions, which he has every intention of doing. Clarify who's the Eight of Cups, or what is the Eight of Cups that he's walking away from. What is Henry kind of leaving behind? A battle around being controlled or dictated. So this is about the situation with Natalie. The Chariot reversed is suggesting there are many obstacles within that situation that he is unable to overcome, and that's what he's leaving behind. Something that he doesn't feel like is a solution for. Something that was obviously controlling or micromanaging him in the recent past. So they're clarifying that he's walking away from that situation with Natalie. And the Seven of Swords reversed, so he's removing deceptions. moving forward. But they confirmed that he felt that I balance everything out, despite there not being really any broadcast publicly about Henry. They also confirmed he hasn't announced that he's been having encounters with me that were very satisfying or very fulfilling. Nine of Cups. Somebody's very proud, very content with Ace of Wands. So with the encounter, especially since I got two sexual indications, Knight of Wands and Ace of Wands, he feels like this is paying off for him. He feels like he's sowing a good crop with me. So, like, everything's kind of going pretty well between us. They're showing, reflecting, Henry's very content, very fulfilled, very happy. There's a lot of sweetness with Ace of Cups. A lot of sweet delicacy, a sweet fulfillment, a sensitive energy. So there's emotion, a lot of emotion, love here, and there's obviously passion. Very being very satisfied, very content, very completed. Him feeling like I balanced him out, or heal and balance everything out. And they clarify this is the truth. Ace of Swords upright. They also say he's being held back from being able to announce anything with me, but he is taking action to walk away from what is not serving him. And I clarified, and I got Seven of Swords reversed, Three of Wands upright. Moving forward, he has every intention of undoing deceptions. He's walking away from deceptions or sneaky, shady schemers, which was it's been a really hard battle for him. It even shows Chariot reverse, so he's unable to overcome some obstacles if he were to stay in that situation, it's a battle for him. But they confirm that this is a situation which he's been micromanaged and controlled. So he is leaving that behind, technically. So that's the energy around in our situation. That they show him being proactive to walk away from that. And in the meantime, he's still having fulfillment, still having encounters with me, still having the healing and the fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment from the situation with me. So they clarified things are pretty well between us, even despite there not necessarily being an announcements about me yet. They also confirmed that the reason why he hasn't been broadcasting or there hasn't been any news is because he's been having encounters. Okay, so there's that. Now, is there any other questions? Let me think. I know there was something else that I probably going to cut this live since I've been on for a while. One last question. Is there going to be any news announcements in July that have to do with Natalie? They clarify online it will be apparent that he's leaving her behind somehow, because he's not encouraging or supporting her somehow on social media. The challenge is Empress, Ten of Pentacles, so that may be the issue. I know she was insinuating that she was getting married through her Stan accounts through in July, but apparently Henry's not going to be encouraging that, nor will he make it apparent online that he's somehow married or anything. So I feel like the challenge is her being a wife. And they're saying this is the truth. Ace of Swords. And then the High Priestess reverse. So she may be being very delusional. Very delusional, and it may be apparent online somehow. Yeah. They show me Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands reversed. both of them in reverse. So they confirm that things are being uprooted in the situation around the PR stunts. So just be aware. Natalie's gonna make an absolute fool of herself through her own stance. She's gonna be seen as not being supported and being left by Henry, or just kind of like him being just done with her. They find the High Priestess reverse, so they say that she's being delusional. People may see her this way because the challenge is having Ten of Pentacles and the Empress, so this may be the wedding. Her trying to make it seem like she was going to get having a wedding in July, and that not happening. It's a challenge. So they're saying that's the truth. Anyways, I figured I'd do that little reading, and if people are still curious. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching.